A very good evening to you, our dear viewer. Welcome once again. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Mpango Mugalo Mohammed is with us there on sign language. Now straight away into the bulletin. Somalia has officially become the 8th member of the East African Community after signing the EAC Accession Treaty. The event was hosted by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni at State House in Entebbe.
Somalia has formally joined the East African Community through the Treaty of Accession ceremony held at State House in Entebbe. The solidifying of Somalia's entrance into the East African Community now adds to 8 the number of bloc's member states. The event was overseen by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as one of the founding fathers of the bloc, alongside 2 other heads of state, Salva Kiir of South Sudan and Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, the President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, and the East African Secretary General Peter Mathuki. The current chairperson of the East African Community, the President of the Republic of South Sudan, Salva Kiir, formally welcomed Somalia to the East African Community Regional Bloc and highlighted on some of the benefits that come along with Somalia's admission.
Somalia, along with the rest of the member of East Africa Community, will enjoy the 5 freedoms: free movement of goods, free movement of persons, free movement of labor, free movement of services, and free movement of capital, and 2 rights.
The President of the Federal Republic of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, is optimistic that his country's joining of the East African Community will contribute to prosperity due to its strategic relevance.
Somalia's membership is not just timely but natural, enhancing the bloc's trade and investment potentiality. Somalia's geostrategic significance will elevate the community's global reference and strategic importance. Somalia's integration will strengthen people-to-people connection, benefiting the East Africa in various aspects. As I said earlier, Somalis are already here in the East Africa community. We are part of the family, but today, as His Excellency President Museveni said, we have been a newly born for the purpose of legitimacy and legalization.
The East African Community was established to promote trade among member states, and as of 2022, it has managed to grow to a total East African trade of $78.7 billion. And according to President Museveni, this can grow further if the region realizes strategic security, which will contribute immensely to market benefits.
The second logic is strategic security. How can we be secure from, you see what's happening in the world, the wars, the what, and what happened to us? How can we be secure? Can Uganda alone be secure in the world? Even if Uganda becomes a developed country, can it be secure really? Against America, against China. Now, suppose China decides to become an imperialist power. They are developing now. They don't have a lot of resources inside China. There are very many people there. Suppose they are saying we are too many here. Some of us should go to Africa. How shall we defend ourselves against? So that's why we say the second logic is strategic security.
Somalia's admission into the bloc was approved by regional leaders during the 23rd Ordinary Summit of the Heads of State held in Arusha, Tanzania, after successful negotiation that lasted close to a year. As Somalia signs into accession to the East African Community, the country now has 6 months to ratify the East African Treaty for its citizens to fully enjoy the privileges being enjoyed by the East African members in the East African region. Sada Mubale, UBC News, here at State House, Entebbe.
Well, that's the new baby within the East African communities. Now, moving ahead, the Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has encouraged the staff members at the ministry to embrace modern teaching techniques with the goal of narrowing the education gap and fostering critical thinking skills in our children. During the culmination of the ministry's year-end engagement, the First Lady highlighted the achievements of the ministry and emphasized a commitment to ensuring adequate access to quality education for all learners.
Came up with a very good idea.
The Ministry of Education and Sports has bid farewell to 14 officials who have reached the mandatory retirement age. Among the retirees is Dr. Jenny Gao, the Undersecretary of the Ministry. In recognition of their constructive contributions to the Ministry and the education sector, the First Lady, also the Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, commended the retirees.
Serve our homeland in this season, because not everybody who wants a job and may even be skilled has the opportunity to serve. So as we close this year, we should not forget to stop and truly thank God for the opportunity He has given us to serve. When we have an attitude of gratitude, God is pleased to speak to us, to teach us His ways, and that definitely changes the way we look at life.
Minister Janet Museveni took the opportunity to reflect on the achievements of the year, expressing commitment to implementing modern teaching methods to ensure access to quality education for all children.
Focusing on our vision, which is quality education and sports for all. We should focus our planning on closing the learning gap and ensuring that every child has access to quality education. What I value most that comes with these 21st century skills is the critical thinking that we are introducing into our learning so that our children can begin to think for themselves and critique the learning that comes to them and ask questions and have the freedom to think for themselves.
The Education Service Commission has requested additional resources to complete the dissemination of the country-wide validation report.
To request you, Mama, for your continued support to the Education Service Commission to complete the dissemination of the country-wide validation report to the rest of the country. We have so far managed to disseminate it to the Greater Teso region.
The ministry has outlined plans for the improvement of human resource development to align with the ever-demanding and dynamic education environment.
By our country, our children were able to sit with the primary examinations, Uganda Certificate of Education certificates, Uganda Advanced, and many others. If it was not for the school fires and the ADF rebel activities in Kasese district, we would be celebrating or scoring 100%.
Mama, we have the National Teacher Bill 2023. You presented this bill, Mama, to Cabinet and got it approved.
The ministry highlighted the challenges faced, particularly the ADF attack on Obiliha Primary School in Kasese. However, a significant achievement was the groundbreaking for the construction of the ministry offices in Chambogo. Abdul Nasili Lubwama for UBC.
Now, it is a momentary relief for motorists applying the Kampala-Masaka Highway via Katonga River Bridge. This follows the successful construction of a temporary bridge to enable easy movement for both medium and heavy truck motorists connecting from either side. While opening the new temporary bridge, Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, said it is capable to carry 60 tons of load at any given time.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This was one of the first trucks to drive through this newly constructed bridge at River Katonga. The bridge comes as a temporary relief for heavy truck motorists who had been diverted from plying through here to other routes. It is now a ray of hope, and some truck drivers have expressed happiness.
Tetukyalya kyakulya kirungi mutuufu embeera ebadde embi naye olwaleero luno mbadde omu ku bajulizi ababaddewo ng'oluguudo luno luggulwawo era emmotoka ennene tuleera eya kooko yeesoose okuyita ku luguudo luno.
Wano tulina ekizinga kyaffe bannaffe balunda enkoko naye tubadde n'ekizibu ky'emmere n'okutambuza amagi n'ebirala. Ekirala okudabulinga entambula abalimi b'ennyaanya lumonde nga tutikka ku bumotoka obutono ne bupikipiki buno obw'obuyumba ate n'oddamu n'otikkula n'otikka.
To oversee the official opening, Minister for Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, was present.
We are here to open the Katonga Bridge for use to all vehicles of the agreed and standard weight. Don't overload your vehicle and you say they open the Katonga, I can overload. We shall be monitoring the weight of the vehicles which are going to use this road.
The construction of this bridge resulted from the May 2023 torrential rains that submerged the old bridge. Transportation, trade and commerce along the Masaka-Kampala highway were disrupted.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله ينني نكمانيا إلى ياتسوز okutuuka wano.
It took a June 2023 intervention by government to contract China Communications Construction Company.
So we are happy that now we are back on course, and I pray that our people use this road with a discipline. In case they tell that you have overloaded, please accept, offload some weight so that we can have the bridge at least serving us for some time.
Drivers, be of discipline. Don't argue with the traffic controllers saying, for me, I want to use this side and not the other side, because the diversion cannot allow vehicles bypassing each other. So let's be disciplined on that.
The temporary bridge, made of steel, measures 100 meters long and is estimated to be a cardinal passage for 30,000 motor vehicles daily.
The vehicles from Masaka will use the normal lane, the one which has been there, and the vehicles from Kampala will use the temporary diversion which has been created. And we hope and we expect discipline in the use of this facility so that all of us can benefit out of it.
The Katonga Bridge on Kampala-Masaka Highway is Uganda's gateway to neighboring Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Henry Okurut, UBC.
Now to do with Kafue flood victims, more than 600 families in Kimengo sub-county, Masindi district, are living in dire conditions after their homes were submerged by floods. Kimengo sub-county chairperson Bright Mugumi says that most of the victims are seeking refuge in churches and schools as they wait for government's intervention. Let's hear more in this report.
In Masindi district, accounting losses after several hectares of crops were destroyed by the recent floods.
I had 10 hectares of maize, but they are all gone.
I had 6 acres of maize, 3 acres of beans, but the water came and destroyed everything.
A number of victims are going through untold suffering after their homes were submerged.
All our houses are leaking. We sleep in water. We don't have what to feed our children. Even us, the situation is not.
They also fear of the looming outbreak of waterborne diseases in the district due to the limited number of toilets.
They need to get enough toilets, plus others.
Apparently, the victims are seeking for refuge in schools and churches as they wait for government's intervention.
Since the incident happened, the government has not come yet to bring the support, but we have made a list. We have compiled. The agriculture team has come from the district. We've been with them here around. We have seen them making a list of people and compiling the report.
The assessment of the damage was undertaken after the incident and was submitted by the district officials who are waiting for government's response.
So many families were affected, and when we sat in the district disaster coordination committee, we made an analysis of what the causes could be, the extent of damage, and even prescribed some possible remedies to that effect.
It is against the background that government partners like Lions Club International and Caritas Uganda formed a joint support for the victims.
3 tons of maize, 1.5 tons of beans for those floods victims. But we have also brought buckets for every household that was affected. We have brought water containers, including water purifiers, because one of the problems when there are floods is that you can actually get waterborne diseases. We are mindful of that. We have brought some clothing for children from the affected households, but we have also brought plates, cups for the affected households.
The beneficiaries hailed the founders of the relief items but appealed for more of government's support.
Government should help us. The portion which we normally get, it's not enough.
Joseph Oko, Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Now, plans to use the Kabalega International Airport to ease heavy traffic flow that may occur at Entebbe International Airport during the forthcoming Non-Aligned Movement Summit are in the offing. The Minister of State for Bunyoro, Jennifer Namuyango, revealed these developments while monitoring a number of government projects in Bunyoro sub-region.
The construction works of Kabalega International Airport in Hoima district now stands at 95%, with the major structures completed.
The runway, soon we are just doing the marking. The lights are already fixed. Apparently we are fixing the navigation aids. There is a DVR on top of the hill there. There is a localizer where we passed, and you will see some of the navigation aids. They are being fixed. And then finally we shall do the marking and the runway will be ready for use.
Government is now considering using the facility to ease heavy traffic flow that may occur at Entebbe International Airport during the Non-Allied Movement and G77 plus China summits due in January next year.
We proudly talk about it, and it is our fallback position. Yes. And even in our meetings when we are reporting, we say we have 2 international airports.
Yes, 100%. Yes. That's for sure. There is no doubt about that.
The leadership of SBC Uganda Limited, that is undertaking the construction of the project, expressed their readiness to handle any emergency that might occur.
Even right now, in case there is an emergency in Entebbe, this airport is in position to host and handle the flight, because the major component on the airport is the runway, and the runway is almost like 98% complete.
The Minister of State for Bunyoro Affairs, Jennifer Namuyango, challenged the contractor to stick to local content to benefit the local communities.
Because we are told the skills, when they are looking for the workers, the workers are still few, the skilled laborers, those who can operate the bulldozers and other machines.
But the contractor is facing some hiccups in implementing the minister's suggestion after finding out the majority of the locals are not skilled.
We have some specific skills. When we reached here, many of course applicants, people made applications, but their qualifications were not matching with the jobs, with the skills we wanted in the construction industry.
Meanwhile, the locals in Hoima district exhibited the good cooperation between the contractors and the surrounding communities.
The contractors are so good. They have done a lot of corporate social responsibility in this community. They constructed 14 boreholes. They have trained very many out of school youth.
The new developments on Kabalega International Airport were revealed during the monitoring of a number of government projects in Bunyoro region by the State Minister for Bunyoro Affairs, Jennifer Namuyango. Joseph Okowu, Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Now, in the fiscal year 2022-2023, all districts nationwide were slated to receive 1 billion shillings for road maintenance per the presidential directive. However, Minister for Local Government Raphael Majezi disclosed that only 500 million has been released in 2 quarters. Majezi revealed this during a meeting of district chairpersons and mayors of the cities and municipalities organized by the Ministry of Local Government in Kampala.
The nation's road network infrastructure grapples with challenges, among others floods, poor drainage and potholes. The President directed the Ministry of Finance to disburse 1 billion to every district for road maintenance in the financial year 2022-2023. During a meeting of chairpersons, municipal mayors and city mayors organized by the Ministry of Local Government to assess government programs' progress, challenges in delivering quality public service were raised.
Now 250 million out of 1 billion, but the issue was with the weather. Weather hasn't been okay, and we got a communication from Minister of Works, from the Minister, that we should stay hold all the road construction.
This was made by the Honorable Prime Minister of 500 million to secure land on raised pieces where we can relocate the people who are still hanging on water.
But as we talk today, we talk about transport being a problem, and that we lack transport facility, because those vehicles that were given to our chairpersons are so spoiled, are so dilapidated.
The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majezi, emphasizes that the 500 million released in the 2 quarters is strictly designated for road maintenance, urging district heads to adhere.
Government, we have given each district, each municipality and city council 1 billion shillings for road maintenance on top of what they were getting as road fund in the previous years. Now, I know that there was that problem. Some people thought the money had now been only left as 1 billion. It is a top-up. So this facility is for road maintenance, not for opening new roads. So far, we have disbursed 500 million shillings to each district, city and municipality. I want to believe that those which have not moved strongly on this is mainly because of the road equipment units, but also because of the weather condition.
He adds that the parish development model, despite a few challenges, has been successful nationwide.
In the next 4 or 5 years, with this 100 million per parish every year, at least we will be able to move all the households to a minimum of 20 million shillings in income per annum.
Addressing leaders' frustration due to a lack of transportation equipment hindering community access, the minister promised more of government support.
Facilitating the circle leaders. We've taken note. I'll produce it to the policy committee and we'll address this one.
Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Cyril.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put her on drip.
So, can you do this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Cyril, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Mbara and Jinja.
We are blessed that you're still tuned on to UBC TV as News Tonight continues. Now, Forum for Democratic Change Party leadership in Nejana Nkumbi has said that it is still too early for the public to rule FDC out in the competition for political power in the country. While opening the 17th National Council meeting, the FDC chairman Jack Sabiti expressed confidence that the party will soar above pettiness, become stronger and energetic, urging the young generation to jealously guard and protect the party.
The new leadership of Forum for Democratic Change Party in Najanankumbi has held its first National Council meeting, the 17th of all those that have been organized. The meeting was held and presided over by the new chairman of the party, Jack Sabiti, as mandated in the FDC party constitution. Sabiti urged the delegates to read and internalize Chapter 3, 4 and 5 of the party constitution to familiarize themselves with goals, aims, objectives, duties, membership and party structures. He proposed that party shuns those leaders at all levels who will fail to give accountability of what they have done for the party in 5 years of being in office, emphasizing that they are mandated to recruit members and also identify potential candidates in their areas of operation.
Also, we must also account. Why have we failed not to deliver a president? We know the circumstances under which we are operating. But why are we failing? We are failing because you at LC1, who claims to be the chairman of FDC, you are not mobilizing enough. That one, LC3, is not mobilizing enough.
On the issue of factions, Sabiti calls on colleagues in Katonga to recast the differences and return to the fold where they have an opportunity to be heard.
Members, that it's too early to rule FDC out of competition for political power. Anybody who thinks that we are not nearer to seriously competing for political power in this country is misinformed. The disagreements that we have today are not normal, but also they are not uncommon. These are usual contradictions we see happening in organizations across the world. How we manage them is the difference.
The chairman, FDC Elders Committee, Dr. Frank Nawiso, expressed the need to start preparing the party's manifesto in the next 23 months and select credible parliamentary, district chairpersons and mayor candidates, and also identify issues in each of the sub-regions which FDC candidates will dwell on in their campaigns.
Sub-region, for example, can focus on the negative consequences from sugarcane farming. Those who do not know how dangerous sugarcane farming has become in Busoga, please understand this, that the Basogas stopped growing food for themselves.
Nawiso said it is important to understand that defiance and activism or massive boycotts which are organized under political party alliances are likely to be more successful than those organized by one political party. The closed-door National Council meeting will see delegates make resolutions after hearing and discussing reports from the party president and secretary general. I'm Nafka Farida and Sana Anet in Najanankumbi.
Now, Judge Douglas Singeza has indicated to give his judgment on notice in the case filed by 16 residents of Mulawa Kawuku against Bishop Dr. Michael Chimuli of Christian Discipleship International Limited. In this case, residents are accusing his charge of noise pollution and causing an unhealthy environment in the area.
The case was filed in the High Court Civil Division by Sevagala Sebastian Richard and 15 others against Christian Discipleship International Limited, Dr. Michael Chimuli, National Environment Management Authority, and Chira Municipal Council. Judge Douglas Singeza is the presiding judge in this case, filed by Sevagala Sebastian, together with other residents of Mulawakauku village in Chira Municipality, Wakiso District. They accused Dr. Michael Chimuli and Christian Discipleship International Limited of causing noise pollution that cause an unhealthy environment to the communities when they constructed a church in the area. However, the petition was objected to by the respondents.
That we are moving to another level. We are improving our churches to be soundproofed. And that's why NEMA can give us certificates. We are improving on the parking. We are improving on the location and also the ambience. We are no longer the Biwempe churches.
Although court had set Friday 15th December 2023 to deliver the judgment in the matter, this was impossible since the trial judge was indisposed.
Explained to us that the judge was not able to do that ruling. That is okay. We've understood it and we are going to wait for further communication. We are law-abiding people and all churches are law-abiding.
Talking to the media, the spokesperson of National Born Again Christians of Pentecostal churches in Uganda, Bishop Joseph Richard Magongo, uploaded the president's letter towards the places of worship.
That letter was very good. The president was very clear that if there is no law addressing issues pertaining any worship place, a mosque or a church, common sense should prevail. So this letter sorts out many things that petty issues about churches and worship places should cease to be.
He, however, expressed concern over the numerous cases filed in court against Pentecostal churches in the country.
Our churches that have building plans, parking space, they are soundproofed, but somehow, because of small petty issues around the community, they are taken to court over non-petty issues. Church does not serve an individual, it serves the community and it serves people and it changes the society where that church is.
Rebecca Ntonoko, Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Now, the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance has held its end of the year awards party at the Innovation Hub in Nakawa with celebrations on how the ministry has carried on its mandate in the year 2023. The event was attended by staff, heads of department, and the Dr. Amina Zawede, the ministry's permanent secretary. As we hear more in this report.
As the year 2023 comes to an end, different government agencies are wrapping up the year with parties. In this line, the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance has held its end-of-year activities.
The year 2023 has been a year of so many lessons learned. It has been a year of a number of wins as a ministry. It has been a year of us partnering, collaborating and all that, because as a ministry that is in charge of communicating government programs, the ministry that is in charge of leading the digital transformation agenda for this country, we have had a number of wins.
Hosted at the ICT Hub in Kampala, Nakawa, the end-of-year party has been attended by mainly staff and technocrats. With the permanent secretary, Dr. Amina Zawede, in the chambers, it was fun and a time to celebrate all the accomplishments of the year 2023. The most colorful and charming slot at this event was that of awarding best performers across all departments.
And this does not mean that the rest are not doing their work, because we have only gifted a few people. The ministry is run by a number of people. So this comes as a token of appreciation, and it is something that is done kind of, can I say, in a democratic way. The staff themselves are the ones who identify fellow staff and they say, you know, this one has done an outstanding job.
According to Dr. Zawede, the ministry has fostered many projects in the ending year 2023.
In this year, we launched our digital transformation roadmap that is now guiding the digitization agenda for this country for the next 5 years. We have been able to come up and develop a number of policies that are now moving to cabinet for discussion and approval. We have the communications policy, we have the national guidance policy, we have the business process outsourcing policy.
With the year 2024 not far away, Zawede is hopeful that the ministry will continue executing its mandate. She, however, salutes the political fathers and mothers of the ministry.
Our ministers, our Minister Honorable Dr. Chris Bariomusi, the Ministers of State, Honorable Joyce Bugwawa and Honorable Kabyanga, for having given us that political leadership and guidance at the ministry. We also thank His Excellency, the President of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for the strategic guidance that he gives for us.
Robert Nyango, UPC News.
Very interesting. There another Deputy Commander of the Land Forces, Major General Francis Atakirwa, has cautioned local leaders against registering non-Ugandans to settle in their areas, hence posing a security threat to the country. Major General Francis made these remarks while commissioning housing units for over 303 brigade in the sub-county.
The Deputy Commander of Land Forces, Major General Francis Takirwa, has commissioned 60 housing units at 303 Infantry Brigade headquarters in Chikube district.
Still need around 830 to ensure that the whole of UPDF, especially the land forces, is covered and we have no problems of accommodation. So the President said, start it off and we shall get these partners along the road as we move on. So it was started. I also joined the Land Forces headquarters. I found the project in place. So we've been moving around within the Land Forces positions to ensure that these projects are successful.
The construction of the housing units is in line with the vision of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces aimed at addressing the accommodation and welfare of the forces. The 1st Division Infantry Commander, Brigadier Joseph Semwanga, says the units will improve the welfare of the soldiers.
On behalf of all the officers and men of 1 Infantry Division, we express our sincere gratitude to our strategic leadership, especially our Commander-in-Chief, for having come good on the promises that have been made to improve the soldiers' welfare in line with our strategic objectives.
The housing units were constructed at a tune of 4.2 billion shillings by the SFC Civil Engineering Arrangement.
Each unit cost shillings 71,428,571 shillings. Now when you go and calculate 60 of them times that cost, you get a total of 4,285,714,260 Uganda shillings.
Amlantu Musime, the Chikube resident district commissioner, has commended the UPDF for putting up decent accommodation for their officers.
But also I want to thank the UPDF for improving the welfare, especially accommodation for the officers. You can see our officers, where they have been sleeping. They are graduating from Mama India Poly. Housing, very decent structure. 1 unit alone has 3 bedrooms, has a sitting room, has the self-contained.
Nionsima George, Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
The Navagerika Slavian agenda has tasked women judges to work together and towards advancement of women and children's rights for the betterment of the society. This was as she joined women judges for a dinner under the auspices of the International Association of Women Judges annual dinner 2023 held at Sheraton Kampala.
Thursday evening, members of the International Association of Women Judges Uganda chapter turned up for their annual dinner that was hosted under the theme Celebrating the Women of Substance, Milestones and Cherish 2023. The dinner attracted Uganda's Navagerika, Sylvia Najinda Luswata, as the chief guest.
It's the fire in my eyes and the flash in my teeth. Ooh. The swing of my waist and the joy of my feet.
Wow.
I'm a woman. Phenomenally. Phenomenal woman. That's me.
In her speech, Najinda decried challenges like sexual and gender-based violence that she says continue to hold women backwards.
The global plight of women and children is inexcusable and continues to affect our socio-economic progress. Women they're often the backbone of families and communities. They face unique challenges that demand our attention, whether it be economic disparities, unequal opportunities, or gender-based violence.
Accordingly, Nabagerika tasked women judges to work towards finding solutions for such challenges, though she was quick to remind them to collaborate and form allies in the struggle.
Our collective efforts can dismantle these barriers and pave the way for more inclusive societies. As a community, we must ensure that every child has access to quality education, a safe environment, and the care they need to flourish.
At the same event, former women judges, including Justice Emeritus Stella Arach Amoko and Justice Elizabeth Ibanda-Nahamya, who were honored posthumous, were recognized for their service to the country.
How great it is.
Thank you, IAWJ Uganda chapter, for honoring me when I'm still alive. And I want to thank you for also honoring my departed sisters. Long live IAWJ Uganda chapter. Long live IAWJ, the global body. And to God be the glory for everything. Thank you.
Congratulations once again.
It's the first chapter ever since we came out of the COVID session, the last one having been in 2019. We recognize we have lost so many members along the way, but we also celebrate all the achievements that we have had since 2019. We've had incredible, phenomenal women. They have achieved so much. We have to recognize and appreciate the milestones that they have achieved, the barriers that they have broken, the journeys that they have embarked on.
The function that was hosted at Sheraton Hotel in Kampala was attended by members of the Uganda Law Society, human rights activists, and spouses to the association members, among others. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Wait Titus, you need to take your medicine.
But Mom, they are playing without me.
Here, swallow your medicine fast. I don't want you to get another headache from that infection.
Medicines help us feel better when we are ill, but sometimes they can cause side effects. By reporting side effects, you help us learn about the medicine we use. This improves quality of care for each patient. Always report suspected side effects to NDA. Together, we can make medicines safer for everyone. This message is brought to you by National Drug Authority with support from Global Fan.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bioresearch Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Bookplex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703 152 152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
Welcome back. Let's step into the world of business, where Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry has convened its annual general meeting while commemorating 93 years of existence. The Chamber is responsible for safeguarding the interests of the business community, with a specific focus on its members engaged across various sectors of the economy.
As the members of the Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry celebrated its 93rd anniversary, President Olive Chigongo disclosed that the institution has provided support to over 300 women-led SMEs in agriculture and market exploration.
These women, with the support of NDP, marks a significant stride in efforts to foster international business relations. This initiative was complemented by a series of training sessions, equipping our members, I see some of them here like Santa and many others, for the challenges and opportunities presented by African continental trade area.
She underscored that the Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry has played a pivotal role as a catalyst for development in the private sector, facilitating growth and prosperity.
As long as you are a member, we share information with you. If you don't get it because we don't have in your data, if you don't have in your data, you can't get information. So membership, please, they're here. If you receive any information, do you share it with the people, with your members? Well, what she says she shares. So please, don't take some of these things lightly.
The Ministry of Trade is actively engaged in negotiations to secure additional markets worldwide with the aim of expanding opportunities for local products.
But also calls upon members to engage in value addition. And this is in line with the new initiative of government of the parish development model under Pillar 1, which is mainly looking at production, processing, and marketing. So the members of the chamber, especially at the district level, are very important in Pillar 1, because we want you to provide information on processing and marketing of the products that are there.
As the Uganda National Chamber of Commerce and Industry reaches its 90th year, there is a consideration for rebranding its logos and services, fostering a more inclusive approach to ensure that every member can benefit from their offerings.
Because we from the chamber, we know that most of our produce are needed in the Islamic countries. And for them to take your produce, they will want to see the Allied certified certificate on it, more than our UNBS. So we have to make it enabling, make it better for you, so that when your product goes there, it is okay. Secondly, you have just said our president is going there. To do what? To look at those opportunities.
Comprising a network of district chamber branches across all regions of Uganda, the NCCI is dedicated to advancing commerce and industry relations within Uganda and globally. This is achieved through its extensive networks within the international business community. Brian Tumwinebyaruhanga, Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
Well, let's take a short break and return with our sports news.
I got it. What do you mean you got it? Have you won a lottery?
Yes, this is kind of like a lottery to me.
Let me see. But these are your receipts now.
Yes, exactly my point. See, I had tax areas that had accumulated for a while now, and I was burdened by the penalties and the interest. But guess what? All I had to do was to pay my principal tax, and now I'm free.
What?
Yes.
How? I mean, it's impossible.
It is possible. The government has done it. Yes, the government has given a chance to all taxpayers to pay their outstanding principal tax that accrued until 30th of June with no interest or penalties.
But now they're really
Imagine, yes! So yeah, all you have to do is simply pay your principal tax and enjoy the waiver on penalties and interest. And this goes up to the end of December 2023.
How do I do that to also enjoy the waiver?
All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax to benefit from waiver on interests and penalties that runs till end of December 2023. Pay your outstanding principal tax using the available payment channels or simply dial *285# or visit the nearest URA office for guidance before 31st December 2023. Remember, this chance comes only once.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
Now into the world of sports. Boxing lovers will be graced with action-packed bouts this Saturday when the week 13 of Uganda Boxing Champions League returns. This will be the second last week of the league that has gone on close to 6 months.
Tomorrow we're having our finals for intermediate. We shall be starting at 9 in the morning and we shall finish at around 6 p.m. As always, then we shall be joining or going into Champions League. We shall have our main fight between Mulungi Kasim and Bazira Elifaz, and then we shall have our finals on 26th at Uma Showgrounds, and our main fight will be between Semudu Muzamil versus Chimbugwe Brawling.
Fight, Saturday fight between Bazira Elifaz and Mulungi Kasim. On our side, we have prepared well. We have been in a camp for at least 2 weeks, and we have prepared well. In the area where we have been, we have worked on different parts. We have worked on the endurance. We have worked on the tactics and techniques. So I think where we are good to go, and we are going to win that fight. It has not been a good journey in the Champions League, as we have so far 1 loss, and I think it's not going to be the end of the fight. We are having so far 1 more fight to win the championship. I think the tomorrow fight is going to be easy for us. Then we can face our challenger on the 26th for the belt. And I think we shall win it. We have prepared well.
I'm prepared for this fight. I've ever fought her. I've ever fought her in Champions League, and I've ever fought her in the finals of National Open, and I won gold from her. I've ever stopped her and so on. I didn't travel all these 100 miles for nothing. I've really trained for it, and I'm just ready for tomorrow for her.
Now to do with UBC Sports, staff of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation will this Saturday tassel it out in the end of the year sports gala. Departments including engineering, finance and administration, plus newsroom, Star TV will battle for the glory and prizes, as we hear more in this report.
Titus, depending on which school you went to. Titus, he's a Turkish international of Brazilian descent, meaning that the footballing intelligence is in his blood. One would ask, why Titus? Why Turkish? As you can recall, the previous edition we had a local coach and things didn't go as we had wanted. So we sat with the management and we came up with an idea of bringing a foreign coach. So, and we believe that Titus Aga will deliver, and we hope to win.
This time we have come very ready and much prepared than the last time. As you are aware, the last time we were just hiked, but this time round the preparations have been so good. We thank the new coach who has given us new tactics, and people should expect real football, total football. I mean total football at the pitch. I'm so thankful for other team members that we have really built the teamwork, and we expect to win everything that comes our way. Thank you, everyone.
Some few additions. We got Tony, he's our new addition, and we hope he will deliver. We got Sekaja. This Sekaja is a brother to former captain of Uganda Cranes. If I talk about that, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Football in blood.
Yes.
Let's get ready. Us as in engineering, we are more than ready. Please, don't waste our time. Come Sunday, just be ready to lose.
We either win or they lose. Thank you. Engineering, oye? Engineering, oye? We are talking about only possibilities. There's no winning us. So only talk about the... Yeah.
Oh my God, we look forward to that sports gala. Thank you so much for being a part of us. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Mugalu Mohammed has been with us at Sign Language. Please stay with us. We will meet again at 10 o'clock.